With the Butt Kicker Gamer 2, what you see and what you hear is what you feel. Butt Kicker. The future is feeling.
Looks like we may have had a little bit of trouble here. We'll see what's cooking, what's shaking here. Let's see if we can't figure out what possibly may have just went on. Looks like we had a little bit of a reset there. Kind of interesting. Very interesting to be matter of fact. Well, we'll make sure we'll get it to everything. Do apologize about that distraction there. A little bit of a reset for some reason. Looks like everybody's still out there on the track, and it looks like we are going to have to do a quick reset here. So we do apologize. Qualifying going to be cut short, but we will be right back with you here on the Turn 3 Racing Network with all your green flag racing action. Don't go anywhere, race fans. Once again, do apologize, but sometimes the technical aspects get to us, and we'll work through it real fast, and we'll be right back.
on stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight. Oh, the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rackets regular, the boats bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the
And we will hit the reboot button and come right back trackside after the flyover. Do apologize missing out on qualifying here tonight, but we'll have that rundown for you here very shortly as drivers make their way to pit lane through final pre-race inspection. We're going to have just a little bit of time on our hands, so don't we go ahead and throw some official business up there at you. Right here, coming in to race number 5 in the Swift Motorsports Butt Kicker Silverback Tax Solutions Xfinity Series, Andrew Koska leads them all by 12. Well, that's not right, is it? That is definitely not right. We'll have to see what that's all about. Very interesting. Justin Gann leads everybody coming in to tonight's race. 169 points in the bag for Gann. Jason Ayerson just 12 points back. Jason Stewart, Darren Clement right there in the 4th position, just 17 points out of 1st place. Mike Rominger rounds out your top 5. Tommy Haynes, how about the run of the season for him so far? Haynes just 26 points out in the 6th position. Jim Ott, John Peel, Ron Shute, he's been to victory lane. He's inside the top 10. Shute 38 points out of that overall points lead. Brandon Freeze will round out your top 10 4 races into this 10-week regular season. Last week's race winner, Justin Gann, coming in with a points lead. Looks like leaving tonight from the trackside. Swift Motorsports Butt Kicker Silverback Tax Solutions Xfinity Series will have a new points leader. Gann not at the track, if I'm not mistaken. Mr. Gann enjoying the race win down in the world's happiest place on earth, Disney World, I do believe it is. Maybe Disneyland, but I do believe that is Disney World, that Mr. Gann is still celebrating his win at Nashville last week here in the Silverback Tax Solution Xfinity Series. So no harm, no foul. Drivers will make up a little bit of ground on him in the point standings, and it looks like most of the drivers are beginning to funnel and file their way to pit road, so we'll get a little closer to the action as the final few drivers do make their way to the starting grid. Good field here tonight, over 23 drivers. I believe it's 24 to be exact out there tonight, qualifying for the 90-lap race here tonight at Michigan International Speedway. Just a handful of drivers, I believe 2 or 3 left to get in the car and in their starting position. And as those final few drivers do make the grid, you can hear those familiar bells in the background. It's time to run down tonight's starting lineup here at Michigan for the Silverback Tax Solution Xfinity Series, starting inside row number 1 with a fast time in qualifying, 39.212. Your pole sitter, the 32 of Darren Clement. David Elliott gonna line up just to his outside in the 42 machine. Jason Anderson and John Peel back in row number 2. Row number 3 here tonight, the 22 of Todd Cray and the 33 of Gary Wells. Jason Stewart and Mike Rominger back in row 4. Tommy Haynes, John Wimbish will round out your top 10. The 49 of Austin Alberton right there in the 11th position. Jarrett Lipster will roll off the grid in 12th. Row 7 here tonight, the 28 of Ron Shute. Can Shute be the second driver to get his second victory? We'll have to wait to find out. Just to his outside, driver that went to victory lane last night in the Performance Truck Series right here from Michigan International Speedway, the Auto Owners Insurance number 4 of Gemma. Jeff Gluckner back rounding out the top 15. Just to his outside will be the 10 of Gary May. Stephen Ayers Jr. and Rhett Tucker back in row 9. Row number 10 here tonight, the 21 of Brandon Freeze and the 89 of Chris Vale. Chad Osborne on the grid here tonight. He will actually start inside of Joe Torres because Don Kidder, Andy Starcher, they're just down the hall in the race control and admin booth. Joshua Medlock will round out the field here tonight. So that's your rundown. We're ready to go. Green flag racing this time around. The boss man in the flag stand gonna bring these drivers full song as they work their way off of turn 4. Here we go. Green flag flies for the first time here tonight at Michigan International Speedway. Pole sitter Darren Clement gets away from that 42 of Elliott. Struggling on the restart, Jason Ayerson already pulls to his left rear quarter, and here comes Todd Cray looking for a position early on the restart, early on the initial start, I should say. Down to the inside now, side by side battle for third. Ayerson's going to get back by Todd Cray, keep that third position down the backstretch with the run on the high side off of the exit of turn 2. The 7 of John Peel, he's dropped one spot, but he's still running strong right here all over the tail end of Todd Crayfield. Gets single file a little bit early here tonight. A lot of little racing action here early on lap number 1. We will jump around just a little bit, trying to show you all of the cars, all of the action out there. That's the 29 of Mike Rominger. He's tucked in behind the 14 of Jason Stewart. Gary Wells just off in front of Stewart. And how about John Wimbish in that Texaco Havoline 56 Ford Mustang? We've seen him, or typically seen him, in that Cheerwine paint scheme, switching things up about mid-season last year. And, I don't want to say a paint scheme has everything to do with the driver's abilities, but it seems like ever since that Texaco Havoline sponsor went on, that 56 Wimbish has just seemed to have a little bit of trouble, seemed to have some struggles from track to track. Just something seems to always be happening there to Wimbish. Sitting decently in the point standings coming into tonight's race, still outside of the top 10, but look for that 56 to try to turn things around here as we cross the halfway point in the regular season. Drivers just going to have 5 more races to try to make it into that championship chase, and nobody really solidifying themselves as the man to beat just yet. Gary Wells in that Ayers iRacing Paints 33 machine, keep it wound up at the top. He's got that Camaro looking good, and that is where you get those big runs. That middle to high lane off of turn 2, look at that, and he's just going to drive right on by Stewart and yard him by a car length or 2 by the time they get back to turn number 3. Tight little battle here between John Peel and Gary Wells. Mike Rominger and Jason Stewart, they're going at it for 7th and 8th on the speedway. Chad Osborne being able to get by Jeff Gluckner. That's going to be for 18th position on the track here tonight. Chris Vale also got by Chad Osborne. Gluckner and Fail going back and forth with a big trouble car in the outside wall, and that's John Peel. Oh no, what happened? John Peel into the outside wall. Let's take a look back here. Trying to back it up one more time, see if we can't see how it all went down, how it all happened. Oh, and there it was, just some contact. Contact between Gary Wells and the 7 of John Peel, and around Peel went after contact with the outside wall. Looked like everybody else was able to get through clean and clear, but early trouble for 2 drivers. And we find ourselves under caution for the first time here tonight. We will head back live up front with your race leader, your pole sitter. He's got that K&N 32 fired up tonight, and Darren Clement continues to lead this field. Let's see who comes down pit road. Looks like the 42 of David Elliott, Gary Wells, Mike Rominger, John Wimbish, pretty much the entire field. Only about 7 drivers going to stay out there on track. Darren Clement, Jason Harrison, Todd Cray, Jason Stewart, Austin Alberton, Jarrett Lipstruer, and Jim Ott. They are all going to stay out on the track, so they're going to give up a little bit of speed with the fresher tires. To the fresher tires, that's going to line up just outside of that top 7. So David Elliott will have the freshest tires, and it looks like most of these drivers opting for just fuel only. Everybody that came off all the way back to Joshua Medlock sitting back in the 16th position, looks like those are fuel only stops. Then it does appear that we do have a few Ford tire stops. Brandon Freese, Chris Fell, Rhett Tucker, Joe Torres, all with 4 tire stops early here tonight. Ron Shute, John Peel, Gary Wells was still down on pit road. Shute going to pull the 28 machine off of pit road this time around. Long night of racing action here for the Silverback Tax Solutions Xfinity Series drivers. 180 miles around this 2-mile racetrack. That's right, 90 laps is the official race distance. Last night in the Swift Motorsports Butt Kicker Performance Truck Series, we seen ourselves go extra distance, green, white, checkered finish, and it was a crazy one. Following up a little bit of a crazy finish on Monday night right here at Michigan International Speedway with the Swift Motorsports Butt Kicker. Ayers iRacing Paints, ARCA Series. Michigan giving us some wild ones here this week with Swift Motorsports. Pace car lights are off. We will set things back. Green flag this time around. Field going to get double file as they head off of turn 2 and down the backstretch. Down and away the pace car goes. Field in the hands of your pole sitter as they head to the restart box on the gas early. Good jump out of that 32. Darren Clement going to clear. Jason Harrison without any trouble. Here comes Todd Cray. He's going to follow suit as well. Harrison going to drop one position from second back to third. By the time we get back to turn number 1, Jason Stewart now under fire from Austin Alberton. Alberton going to gain that position from Stewart. Jarrett Lipster going to line up right behind them. Close little battles back here towards the tail end of the top 10. That's John Wimbish, Jim Ott, Mike Rominger, Tommy Haynes all going at it back here. 8th, 9th, all the way actually to about 12th right there. There you see the Tommy Haynes in the 17 Budweiser machine. Haynes sitting outside of the top 10, sitting in 11th position right now. Biggest mover of the race so far is that 5 of Chad Osborne. You'll see him just out of screen, just out of picture in the background. You'll see that 5 make his way off of turn number 2. That's the Mobile One machine. Can he get his Toyota Supra up there and around a fellow Toyota driver? Tommy Haynes now going to get by Mike Rominger. Chad Osborne, he's going to close right on in. 42 of David Elliott looking for some track space, trying to create a run on the high side. Can he get the A-Shock? 42 up and around the 54 of Jared Lipster. Keeping our eye on the race leaders, Darren Clement, Todd Cray, they continue to keep it neck and neck with each other, trying to decide who is going to lead this race early here tonight. Very long way to go. 90 laps at Michigan International Speedway is a very long night for drivers. They're going to have to keep their focus, keep their poise. But more importantly, they're going to have to keep the tires on these Xfinity machines. They are notorious for being able to eat up the tires if you go a little bit too hard too soon. Will we see some major fall off for a few drivers? We'll have to wait and see. Lap number 12 now underway. 3-car battle working their way through turn number 2. Jason Stewart, I believe that is David Elliott, and in the 54 of Jarrett Lipster, that Monster Energy machine trying to get by Stewart down there on the bottom side of the track. The 42 going to give him a little bit of shove down into turn 3. They'll stay stacked up, running with each other, double file between Lipster and Stewart. 54 struggles to get off of turn 4. He'll lose a little bit of ground. There's John Wimbish once again with Tommy Haynes in hot pursuit. Right behind him, that Budweiser 17. Still clean so far here tonight. The Toyota Super Driver goes way up the track in turns 1 and 2. Looks like it wasn't an intent. It was an intended. There you go. Say it slow. Slow your tongue down. It was an intended line through turns 1 and 2. That high line, a little bit of ripping the lip going on early here tonight. You wonder just how much grip is already up there. Have the drivers been able to dust off the marbles that may have settled there right after qualifying? Looks like the grip's working out there for the 42. We'll see if he takes that line once again. No, he's going to keep it a little bit lower through 1 and 2 this time around as Tommy Haynes does close in. A little bit of a log jam there behind the 14 of Jason Stewart. Jared Lipster and David Elliott still right there trying to make their way into the top 5. Darren Clement now begins to step away from Todd Cray. Cray has himself about a 3, almost 4-tenth advantage over third place running Jason Harrison. Austin Albertson right there in 4th, 5th place for now. Rounding out your top 5, the 14 of Jason Stewart. Taking a look back at one of our previous race winners here in season number 4. Let's go check in on that 28 of Ron Shute. There you can see him right there batted, whoa, in a hornet's nest right here. With the 10 of Gary May, the 21 of Brandon Fries, that's the 62 of Stephen Ayers Jr. just the outside of Shute. He dropped all the way back through the field, has lost 2 positions still from where he started tonight's race. Ron Shute looking to get himself back up inside the top 15. He's now going to round out that top 15 as he gets by Stephen Ayers Jr. Rhett Tucker able to get by Tommy Haynes and for the 9th position as Brandon Freeze gets by Gary May. Battle on screen right behind Stephen Ayers Jr. as he gets right on that driver's side of the 28 of Ron Shute, but Shute going to keep it to the high side, keep the momentum wound up, and he'll keep 15th for now. Gonna head back up the track just a little bit. Look at this scrum. Look at this battle going on. We've got 6 drivers all over each other right now. Jason Stewart sitting in 5th as David Elliott, Rhett Tucker, Jared Lipsher, Tommy Haynes, and John Wimbish all in line, all right behind them. Nobody able to get up and around Stewart for the time being. Just off in front of them, Austin Alberton looks like he's run down Jason Ayerson. Let's go check out that battle for 3rd. There is that battle for 3rd position on track as now Todd Cray is breathing down the neck of your race leader, Darren Clement, and Austin Alberton going to get himself right on around Jason Ayerson and into that 3rd position battle for the top spot. Todd Cray drops to the inside on the back stretch, and he looks to be just our 2nd leader of the night. 1 lead change so far here from Michigan International Speedway. Took us close to a quarter of the way into tonight's race before we seen our first lead change, but now, oh, trouble! Jason Ayerson goes sideways. Jason Ayerson going sideways on the track. That's going to bring out a caution flag. Let's go check the Silverback Tax Solution replay. And there it is, just looks like drifting up the track a little bit. Maybe thought the 49 was going to go a little bit higher, and unfortunately I think that was the 14 of Jason Stewart getting caught up in that. Some big trouble there for him. We'll go back one more time, check this out here. There you can see Ayerson down on the bottom of the speedway trying to make that pass. He makes it, just about makes it work and stick. Going to slide up the track just a little bit and right across the nose of that 49. And there's the 14 of Stewart. Nowhere to go, victim of circumstance, and we are under caution for the 2nd time here tonight. Todd Cray now leads the field down pit road. And as drivers come to pit road for the first time here tonight, everybody going to come down pit road except for one driver, and that's going to give us another race leader here tonight. 3 race leaders, 2 lead changes. Joe Torres leads this race now in that Tracker Mobile 1, number 2. We're going to step away for just a brief commercial break, pay a few bills. You know how that is. You know how that goes. So don't go anywhere, race fans. We'll be right back.
We got big-time problems with that motor, buddy. Hey, just between you and me, the idea is to avoid the other cars. Congratulations! You just set the sport back 30 years with that move. That move will put you in the Hall of Shame. You keep doing stuff like that and we're going to lose our sponsor. Looks like that's it for us today. Now I know why you got canned by your old team. It's over. We can't fix that damage.
your car is toast. You'll need a tow back to pit lane, press and hold your reset button, and we'll come and get you.
We'll rejoin the track once again as the iRacing pace car lights have gone out. Field begins to get double file. Todd Cray made it off of pit road first after leading a lap. Joe Torres going to pull his 2 machine down to pit road for service and tires. A little bit of a strategy call there for that 2 machine to lead a lap, get a bonus point in his back pocket. We're going to have 3 race leaders so far here tonight, just 4 lead changes so far. You know, I wonder what these drivers are going to get on fuel. I wonder what the fuel mileage is really going to be for these drivers here tonight from Michigan International Speedway. We seen last night in the truck series that it was right around that 20 lap mark when drivers were needing to come back down to pit road to get those 4 tires and fuel. We'll see how it all shakes out, how it fares here tonight. iRacing pace car begins to make that left-hand turn, and we will kick things back off. Todd Cray gonna smash the loud pedal, and we're gonna go back. Green flag racing once again here in the Swift Motorsports Butt Kicker Silverback Tax Solutions Xfinity Series. Todd Cray now leads the race after taking over that top spot from Darren Clement. John Wimbish now inside the top 5. Rhett Tucker making up a ton of ground. He's up 15 positions all the way to 3rd. Close racing action right here at the front of this field. Everybody knows the tail chasing your race leader. Todd Cray keeping him at bay right here, right now on this latest restart. Will he be able to keep the field there? We'll have to wait to see if that's how it all shakes out, how it all plays out for him. A little bit of a moment there for Jared Libstrower. He's going to give up some time, dropping to the bottom of the racetrack. John Peel getting by Alston Albertson. That's going to be for the 20th spot on the track. And how about Darren Clement going to the bottom of the speedway, short way around here at Michigan International Speedway. They'll pull side by side for a moment. Cray with an advantage on the high side, back down into turn 1. Looks like he's going to cleanly clear. Whoa. And Clement in trouble now. Is Rhett Tucker going to take that 2nd spot away? Clement going to lose another spot. Going to lose 2 positions out of that. I don't want to say a bad exit, but a rough exit there that time for Clement. He's going to drop a spot to Rhett Tucker as well as to David Elliott. Your pole sitter now sits in 4th. Around the track, we'll take a look for just a moment. That was Jason Stewart in the back. He's trying to run back down Joshua Medlock and get himself closer back to the top 15. Lipstewart right there in the middle of the track. He's trying to run down your pole sitter, who's now running in that 4th position. Darren Clement losing a little bit of speed here tonight. All the drivers with a 4-tire stop last time around. Last caution we had brought everybody down the pit road. Torres thought about playing some fuel strategy and then thought better of it, and he brought his machine down for service and tires. So everybody on the same strategy right now. Everybody with those fresh tires right around on lap number 20. So just about 6 to 7 laps ago is when the drivers changed the tires. How long will the tires last here? We know the tire model here in the Xfinity Series. We know drivers can blow the tires. How much are you going to abuse that right front or that right rear here tonight at Michigan International Speedway? We don't see as much fighting with the rear of the car as we seen the truck series last night here at Michigan International Speedway, having trouble with the tail end of the truck. Looks like these cars are maybe fighting a little tight condition through the center of the corner. Darren Clement dropped to the back for a second. He smashed the gas and away he went. He's back to second now. Digging on the inside, they'll pull even. Rhett Tucker with a big run. Here comes Todd Cray trying to block the run on the inside that Clement was beginning to get. He'll go back up the track once again, making that 22 as wide as possible. We'll turn off of turn number 4, head back across the stripe to complete lap number 27. Number 28 now on the board. Side by side, 3 wide at the front for the race lead. Darren Clement keeping it on the bottom and gets the job done. What a move, what a power move here early in the race, showing you can get the job done at the bottom of the speedway. Now Rhett Tucker gonna look to replicate that. He'll go side by side with Todd Cray. They were almost 3 wide heading down into turn number 3, but Clement able to clear both of those drivers and maintain that top spot. What does the 42 do here? He's going to stay in line. He's going to stay up at the top of the speedway. Follow Todd Cray for the time being. The run going to pay off. Rhett Tucker going to move back to the top side. Closing in on some lap traffic here tonight. Looks like that 2 of Joe Torres already down 1 lap. He may fall a second lap down here. Wonder what happened to Torres. We're not getting any reports of race incidents here, but looks like he's had some trouble and had to come to pit road after the restart. Very slow out there, off pace here. Looks to be about 15 miles an hour slower than that lead pack of cars, and indeed they're going to gobble him up without any real trouble, and that's going to put Ron Shute listed as the last driver on the lead lap, back in the 22nd position. Field heads through turn 4. Coming at you right across the stripe, front of the pack beginning to fan out. They'll head back down to turn number 1 here on lap number 31. Drivers make their way down and away. What a great camera shot here tonight. Big time work put in behind the scenes by all the guys and girls back at the Turn 3 Racing Network, trying to bring you all these great action shots, not just around the track, but on board. Some of the drivers out there tonight. Look at the field as they make their way through 3 and 4. David Elliott right there sitting in that 4th position. He's got one of our onboard cameras here tonight. What do you say we jump on board with the 42? There you go, a little look out of the right side of his windshield. There you can see race leaders just off in front of him. A lot of drivers out there with some great camera angles and shots on the cars here tonight. We'll see if we can't go back, take a look at Mike Rominger there. He is, I believe he's carrying one of our onboard camera shots here tonight as well. The rear view cam there, you can see Lipstruer all over him. You couldn't even see the Toyota Supra emblem on the front of that Monster Energy 54 of Lipstruer. And look at that inside lane dig. Rominger gonna fire it off of turn 4, head across the stripe, and he'll keep that 6th position for now. Side by side, almost 3 wide again. The 42 stuck at the top of the speedway. Tommy Haynes gonna make up that position, and here comes Rominger. He's gonna look to the bottom for more as well. Jim Otten was able to get by Stephen Ayers Jr. for the 12th position the last time around the speedway. John Wimbish now past Gary May as well. Rominger still digging, still trying to make it work on the bottom of the speedway. He's going to look to make it into the 4th position. He's going to round out the top 5 for the time being. Inside run down to turn 1 to 29, side by side with Tommy Haynes' Budweiser Supra on the top of the track. He's going to gain the spot through the center of the corner, and Haynes going to cut down. Oh, look for the crossover. We thought he was going to try to that crossover. Was not there. Did not get that pulled off, so the 29 of Rominger snatches that 4th spot. A little more than a third of the way through tonight's race, and we have had ourselves 2 caution flags so far tonight. 3 race leaders, 5 lead changes, as your pole sitter, Darren Clement, has regained the race lead. He's starting to step out on Todd Craig just a bit, has himself almost a 3/10 of a second advantage. Real battle on track now is for that podium spot, the last spot on the podium between Rhett Tucker and Mike Rominger. They're going to go at it. You can see it right there. That Malware Bites 99 machine stuck at the top of the speedway. I say stuck because that looks just like where he wants to be. He's been at that middle to high lane for most of the race. That inside lane still a little bit quicker right now with relatively fresh tires. Rominger trying to make it work. Looks like he's going to grab the 3rd spot at the line. Down to the inside once again. He'll clear him in the center of the corner. Will he wash up? What will Rhett Tucker do? Will he try that crossover? No, crossover not going to be there for Tucker, and Rominger grabs another spot. He's up to 3rd. And as we cross the line to begin lap number 37 out of the 90 scheduled in tonight's official race distance, do once again want to give a big shout out to our title sponsor here tonight, Silverback Tax Solutions, coming on board this season, taking over the sponsorship of the Xfinity Series here, along with league sponsor BUTTKICKER. Feel what you've been missing. Big shout out to both of you major sponsors here with Swift Motorsports. Big shout out to all the admins and race officials across all 4 of the series here at Swift Motorsport. That's right, 4 series. You heard it right. If you're looking for a great race league, no matter the NASCAR kind of style, head on over to Facebook.com. You can also find them on iRacing.com under league directories. Type in Swift Motorsports and you can find yourself rubbing elbows with some of these drivers here each and every night right here on the Turn 3 Racing Network, your home for Swift. We are closing in on a halfway point here, less than 10 laps away from that halfway point. We have yet to see our first green flag pit stop, and with drivers last to pit road on lap 19, I believe we should see that cycle of green flag pit stops begin to show up somewhere here in the next 10 to 12 laps. I do believe that is going to be all the fuel that they're going to have inside of those Xfinity rides here tonight. Way up the track this time goes Tommy Haynes. Rhett Tucker looks to keep the 4th spot, but Haynes going to power his way around on the outside. Tucker falls back to 5th. Staying right here with the battle for that 4th and 5th position, Tommy Haynes has Rhett Tucker all over him. Jared Lipster running very well here tonight. Lipster up 6 positions from where he started outside of the top 10, all the way back, as a matter of fact, in that 12th position, so up 6 spots. Lipster runs in 6th for the time being, that is, because here comes that 42 of David Elliott. He's actually going to take that 6th spot away for the time being. He's going to clear him down into the entry of turn 3. No problems. He's going to have that pass this time around. Back to the front with your top 2-3 drivers now, because Mike Rominger has ran down your top 2. It's going to be a 3-car. Well, you don't want to call it a 3-car tango, right? Because it only takes 2 to tango. 3-car battle. Let's just stick with that one. We'll keep it easy, you know what I mean? Clement and Cray have been fast all night long. Todd Cray gaining 3 positions on the night tonight. Darren Clement dropped about 3 positions at one point in time through this green flag run, all the way back to right at that 5th position, and was able to drive his way back up to the top spot, able to keep Todd Cray at bay for the time being. The 29 of Mike Rominger starting to fall off of the pace just a little bit, starting to fall back behind that 22 of Cray. And Jared Lipstruer, I'm telling you, look at that Budweiser 17. He is strong here tonight at Michigan. He is your highest running Toyota driver in the field. Got to go back to 6th place of Jared Lipstruer to find the next Toyota in the field. Then another 2 back to Chad Osborne, sporting that Supra emblem on the front of his machine. Jason Stewart all the way back outside of the top 15. Stewart runs in the 16th spot. Todd Cray looking to make the pass, and he's going to slide up right in front of Darren Clement before they get to turn 1. Cray goes back to the point. Crossing the line to begin lap number 44. Tied battle for the top spot as now Clement goes back to the bottom of the speedway. He looks to take that position back, and we may have green flag pit stops beginning because the 56 of John Wimbish has come to pit road. 14 of Jason Stewart also to pit road this time by. Jason Ayrson pulls the 44 down to pit lane. Clement not able to regain that top spot just yet. He'll look to the inside this time, slides up the track a little bit, not going to be able to clear. He'll be stuck at the bottom of the raceway. Look for the 22 to utilize the momentum back to the stripe, and Todd Cray going to keep the race lead at the line. Man, that was close. Clement and Cray back and forth, back at it with each other once again. Jared Lipstruer, Jim Ott, now Stephen Ayers Jr. and Chris Fail all go to pit road. Austin Albertson in the 49. Gary Wells brings the 33 down. Joshua Medlock going to join the cars heading to pit road. Todd Cray steps away now to almost a 0.2 of a second advantage. More than half of the field already making their green flag pit stop. What do your race leaders do? Great run to pit road there for Darren Clement. Everybody gets the cars woed up in time. No puffs of smoke. Nobody flat spotting the tires. And Rhett Tucker, he's going to stay out on track. He's going to lead a lap here tonight. He's going to give us our 4th different race leader. 7 lead changes here tonight. Right at the halfway point, you're watching Swift Motorsports Butt Kicker Silverback Tax Solutions Xfinity Series right here live each and every Wednesday night on the Turn 3 Racing Network. Rhett Tucker gonna peel to pit road this time by. What does John Peel do? He's gonna be the last driver to make a green flag pit stop. He's sitting in the 2nd position right now. Look for that 7 to head to pit road this time around. And it looks like we need to have a talk with the producers. Season 4 winners scrolling across the bottom of your screen. There you can see Ron Shute won the season opener. Justin Gandon snatching a race win. Todd Cray going to victory lane 2 weeks ago. Justin Gannon revisiting victory lane. Only driver this season to visit victory lane 2 times so far here. And with a 1 lap sooner pit stop, Jarrett Lipstruer was able to leapfrog a handful of drivers and get himself into the race lead. The 54 now your race leader. That's going to give us yet our 5th different leader of the night. 8 lead changes, and we are just past the halfway point. And as we have reached that halfway point, why don't we go ahead and run down, give you the mid-race report with our driver highlights and spotlights. Up 11 positions from where he started tonight's race inside of that 54 Monster Energy Toyota Supra. Jarrett Lipster shows the way. Driver that has led a handful of laps here tonight, sitting in that second spot. Todd Cray looks to try to go back to victory lane. We'll see if he can't get the job done and grab the checkered flag, but for now, Cray runs in second. Back in the third position here tonight from Michigan International Speedway in the Silverback Tax Solutions Xfinity Series 29 of Mike Rominger. He's up 5 positions on the race so far here tonight. That 29 looking good, looking clean. Driver right behind him also up 5 positions in tonight's race. Tommy Haynes sits in 4th. Rounding out your top 5 here tonight, driver from Radford, that's right, the A-Shock 42 of David Elliott will round out your top 5. He dropped 3 spots so far. This race started up there in that second position, outside pole position on the initial drop of the green flag. Struggled a little bit, but he stayed right around this top 5 for the rest of the night. Darren Clement, your pole sitter, right behind him. You can see him just in the background, that K&N 32 starting to close in, and there goes Rhett Tucker. He's starting to close in as well. He's one of your biggest movers of the race. Up 11 positions as we run on the speedway right now. The Malware Bike 99 Ford Mustang trying to get to the front. And that's going to do it for the mid-race report here tonight from Michigan International Speedway. We'll watch Tommy Haynes as he's beginning to run down Mike Rominger. Rominger has dropped base. He has fallen to the wayside. And Lipster and Cray, they've stepped away. Todd Cray goes back to the point. 9th lead change of the night. And John Peel has some trouble. Peel gonna pull to pit road. The 6th of Joshua Medlock keeps the Viagra machine down at the bottom of the racetrack. Driver's gonna hope he doesn't get it up to the top of the track and up and into the mix as they are continuing to battle for that 3rd and 4th position on the speedway. Big slide up the track there, carrying it very wide was Rominger in that Chevrolet Accessories 29 Chevy Camaro. He's got a fast Supra right behind him, the Budweiser 17 of Tommy Haynes. He's been fired up, running well all night long. How about Jeff Gluckner getting by Chris Vail for 14th last time around? David Elliott gave up a position not just to Rhett Tucker, but also to Darren Clement. Now Tucker and Clement will go back battling with each other once again. They're going to run down one of the lap cars before they get to driver 4 position. There you can see just off in the distance Tommy Haynes sitting in that 4th spot for now. Clement rounds out your top 5. Way up the track, almost into the outside wall. Oh my God, did you see Rhett Tucker? I don't know how that 99 kept it out of the outside wall, but he was able to keep the car out of the outside wall and keep some pace in it. He's going to go way up the track this time through 3 and 4, trying to regain some of that lost ground with a big launch off of corner exit. It's not going to quite pay off for him just yet. And biggest race lead of the night now belongs to the man at the front of the field. Todd Cray shows the way here tonight at Michigan International Speedway. 55 laps on the board. We are on the downhill side of things here tonight, and drivers already through one green flag cycle of pit stops. Will we see them get to a second one? And we're gonna knock on some wood real quick, you know what I mean? Knock on some wood, because what we're about to say, I hope it doesn't bring that broadcaster curse down on that 22, but it's really been a feast or famine season for the 22 of Todd Cray. Either he's been at the front of the field or he's been in some trouble in the field. Todd Cray, it's either he wins or he has some trouble so far here in season number 4. A little bit of a struggle for him and his crew, but nonetheless, Todd Cray is now leading by over 2 seconds after the first and only green flag run here tonight from Michigan International Speedway. And it looks like drivers are only about another 10 laps or so. It looks like another 10 laps or so when we should see drivers begin to make their way back down pit road once again. So hot and heavy action, and we are on the gas and we are fired up here tonight. Gonna cross the line this time around, lap number 58 now on the board. Gonna go back, give you a little bit different perspective here. Why don't we go high above the track with our turn 3 drone cam? Haven't went to the drone cam so far here tonight. Check out the battle right here for that second spot. Tommy Haynes, Jarrett Lipscher, Mike Rominger all going at it for second, third, and fourth on the speedway. Darren Clement going to begin to close in. 42 of David Elliott. He's got that A-Shock machine running well here tonight. He's sitting back in the 6th position, starting to close in with help from Darren Clement. Those two going to draft with each other just a little bit and try to run down this 3-car pack just off in front of them. Nobody running down Todd Cray right now. 2.5 second advantage, and that is a huge gap at a 2-mile track. And we seen in the Butt Kicker Airs iRacing Paints ARCA series on Monday night, we seen drivers get in line and work with each other, trying to create somewhat of a tandem pack draft. Is that right, pack draft, or would it be draft pack? Either way you have it, try to create somewhat of a draft. You can see it right here, working to get Tommy Haynes and Mike Rominger away from Jarrett Lipscher. They're able to pull them by almost 0.3 of a second. We've seen drivers utilize that tandem draft to try to get themselves back to the race leader. We've seen it pan out. We've seen it work. Will it work again here tonight? That's left to be figured out and found out. We'll keep this thing wound up, though. Still green flag racing here from Michigan International Speedway. When we cross the line this time to around, we'll have just 30 to go. Race leader gonna cross the line. Lap 61 now on the board. We'll head a little bit closer to the action, and once again jump back here. Watch that 32 of Darren Clement as he begins to climb his way back to the front of the field. He's caught the 54 of Lipscher, and he's went to the inside. Darren Clement now moves to 4th. He's got his sights set on Mike Rominger. Will he be able to get that job done? I do believe we have an onboard camera shot. Let's see if we don't have that camera shot, and that's not the right one. There it is. The man at work in his office inside of that K&N 32 Chevy Camaro. Darren Clement trying to keep it nice and smooth. Let's take a look at the hands here through the corner. That's a telltale sign. Nice steady pressure. You don't see really any corrections to the right side of the wheel just yet. Nice and easy out of the corner. I mean, it doesn't look like the handling's going to get much better than that inside of the 32. And Clement tries to head back to the front. Mike Rominger still all over the tail end of Tommy Haynes, but now Darren Clement has joined that fight. 3-car battle, second, third, fourth, all under a blanket. Everybody still chasing Todd Cray, who continues to stretch that lead and pad his back pocket with those laps led here tonight down to the bottom of the racetrack. Goes to 32 of Clement. If he's able to keep it down at the bottom of the track, he's going to be very dangerous in these late race runs. Whoa, little bit of a slide job. And it looked like the 29 may have been anticipating a little bit more of a slide job and was looking to pull that crossover. But when the 32 of Clement kept it at the bottom of the track, Rominger, no other option but to crack the throttle just a little bit, and that's exactly what that 32 needed. Darren Clement, your pole sitter, back in a podium spot. Field beginning to stretch themselves out a little bit. This is one of your biggest battles on the track right here. Lined up second, third, fourth on the speedway. Tommy Haynes leads Darren Clement and Mike Rominger. Haynes driving in that rear view mirror right now, trying to keep the fast 32 behind him and keep that second spot. Tommy Haynes coming into tonight's race, sitting outside of the top 5 in points. Haynes 26 points out of the overall points lead. Darren Clement just 17 points out of the points lead. He's grabbed the pole position. He's grabbed a point for the laps led. He just needs to walk away with that checkered flag to try to maximize points here tonight from Michigan International Speedway and get ready to fire things off next week before we take our holiday break. Drivers will run the short track under the lights. That's right, Richmond International Raceway on tap next week right here for Swift Motorsports Butt Kicker Silverback Tax Solutions Xfinity Series. We are going to stay right here with this battle. Second, third, fourth on the speedway. You might as well go ahead and count Jarrett Lipstuer, who's sitting in fifth, and David Elliott up in this mix as well. The 42A Shock Machine running back in that sixth position. And as we cross the line, just 25 laps to go. Now make that 24 remaining in tonight's 90-lap official race distance. Race number 5, not disappointing at all. These drivers are going at it all over the speedway. Fifth and sixth right here. Really, this is the battle on the track. Nothing against the drivers towards the mid-pack. They're gapped up just a little bit. It looks like the closest to each other anybody is Chad Osborne, beginning to close in on that Auto Owners Insurance 4 of Jim Ott. That's going to be 8th and 9th on the speedway. That's about a 1-second gap right now, but we've got 3-4 drivers all over each other, and the 42 going to give up a little bit of time here. He's going to pull to pit road for his second green flag pit stop, and I think from here on out, the drivers are going to be able to make it on fuel with this last stop here. Gary May brings the 10 down for his final service and tires. Whoa, big moment there. Big moment off of turn number 2 for Mike Rominger. Jarrett Lipster had to jump out of the gas for a moment. He'll turn it down to the bottom of the speedway, and he'll grab that spot away from Rominger for the time being. And now Haynes, Lipster, and Rominger, they're going to navigate their way to pit road. That could have been a little bit dangerous. Jim Ott going to pull the pit road off in the background. There's race leader Todd Cray through 1 and 2. He'll head down the back stretch here. When will he come to pit road? Wait for it, wait for it. Does he come this time? Or does he keep it out there on track for another lap, maybe even 2, trying to give himself, although he'll give up some time on the front end, he will have a massive advantage on the tires, and he's going to stay out on track. Gonna stay out on track once again. Todd Cray, race leader, gonna cross the line. 21 now remain. the best one you've seen titled. Okay. Ryan Branch, you out there rooting on the 6 machine in the field. Todd Cray gonna pull to pit road this time around. Darren Clement gonna follow suit. Looks like a handful of drivers also gonna go ahead and pull to pit road. What does the 99 do? Rhett Tucker, he's gonna stay out on the track. He's gonna go back to the point and give us our 10th different lead change of the night. And as we said, yeah, tight conditions there. You can see David mentioning that Joshua Medlock right here on that number 6 Viagra Ford Mustang reporting the car is stiff. It's too tight. Just too stiff out there. Getting up on the track when he doesn't want to be. And tough break here for Medlock tonight, down multiple laps, sitting outside of your top 20. He's going to run 22nd for the time being. Rhett Tucker going to pull the car to pit road this time around. That very well may put this man right here back at the front of the field. The 42 of David Elliott looks like the undercut attempt coming to pit road 3 laps before. Todd Cray has got him up and around that 22 of Todd Cray. David Elliott now leads the race. And how about that, race fans? 11 different lead changes here tonight. We are on pace to top what we've seen, I believe, out of the past 2 races here this week. And no, I apologize. 12 lead changes on Monday night with the Swift Motorsports Butt Kicker Airs Eye Racing Paints ARCA Series. 13 lead changes in last night's Swift Motorsports Butt Kicker Performance Truck Series. We're at 11. If Todd Cray can make it back up there, that's going to give us our 12th. It's going to get close. Jason Ayerson, after trouble early here tonight, Ayerson has been relegated off of the lead lap down, listed in the 19th position, the 28 of Ron Shute. You can see him right there, super loose off of the corner. Oh my. Whew. We were going to say Ron Shute has that lucky dog position just behind that 42 of David Elliott. They might be able to race their way back on the lead lap. Jason Ayerson, after a big slide from Ron Shute, took that lucky dog position away for a lap. And now Ron Shute has regained that position, but Chris Vail has now gone 1 lap down. And this is what you've got to do if you are Ron Shute or you are Jason Ayerson. You have got to stay with that race leader. Your race is on the line at this point in time. If a caution flag comes out, you may be in. Oh, and my gosh, Jason Ayerson pounds the outside wall. Ayerson pounds the outside wall coming off of turn number 2, and that's going to put the nail in the coffin, so to speak. He's going to lose a position to Chris Vail. Ayerson not in contention to get that lucky dog spot now after that hard impact out of turn number 2. And let's go back here. We've got battles once again. These 3 just cannot get away from each other. Tommy Haynes, Darren Clement, Mike Wallinger, they ran 2nd, 3rd, 4th on the track before the green flag pit stops. They now run 4th, 5th, 6th as they have to get up and around Jarrett Lipster. Todd Cray, David Elliott leads this field. Elliott to pit road 3 laps before anybody else. Jarrett Lipster on the same strategy as Tommy Haynes, but the fresh tires are with Darren Clement and Mike Rominger. So look for that 32 and 29 to both be fast in the closing stages of tonight's race. Just 15 laps remaining here tonight from Michigan International Speedway. And I want to take a moment because we are very aware of our viewers, very aware of our supporters. And right now, I got to give a what's going on. I hope everything's okay. I hope you're out there watching somewhere. Jess, I do not see that, did not see that Let's Go Todd Craig comment here and a view here tonight. So we do hope that you're able to still tune in and watch tonight's race. We do hope everything is okay and everything's all right with you, and not to worry anybody. But it's a ritual, and every Wednesday night thing where we always see Jess out here in the chat. We didn't see her so far here tonight. So Jess, if you're out there and you hear us, we miss you. And who knows, maybe we can catch up with Cousin Cray out there on the track in the post-race interviews. Maybe he can let us know and put our minds at ease a little bit, as Todd Cray gonna run down the 42, and he's gonna put it back at the top spot. Ron Shute has been able to get himself back on the lead lap for the time being, but it looks like he's gonna be no match for Todd Cray. The 22 gonna drop to the bottom of the speedway, and he's gonna put Ron Shute right back one lap down, running in that 17th position. We have 13 laps remaining here tonight from Michigan International Speedway, and race number 5 for the Swift Motorsports Butt Kicker Silverback Tax Solutions Xfinity Series. Trying to check around the track, see what battles we got. Go back here, check out Jim Ott and Rhett Tucker. They're going at it on the track. That's going to be 7th and 8th on the speedway. Tucker looks to have a little bit fresher tires than Ott. Looks to be about 4 lap fresher tires to be exact. That should be just enough to see a little bit of an advantage. So far not paying off, so far not panning out. Todd Cray is stepping away. 1.5 second advantage now. Yeah, I don't think the field's gonna be able to run him down. I don't think anybody's gonna be able to run back down that 22 without help from a caution flag. We've only had 2 here tonight. We keep it with a long green flag run to the end. We've had ourselves 2 cycles of green flag pit stops. Do the drivers have enough fuel to make it to the end? We'll have just 10 remaining when we cross the line. This time by Rhett Tucker goes to the top of the speedway. Looks like he's going to grab that spot away from Jim Ott. Ott trying to keep it wound up at the bottom, but up at the top. Momentum going to pay off. Big launch off of 4 for Tucker. And he's going to grab that spot at the line. We'll jump up to your next battle on the track between Mike Rominger and Tommy Haynes. They're going at it for the final spot inside the top 5. Haynes struggling a little bit on the outside. There goes another back marker. I believe that is the 89 of Chris Vail, just behind that 17 of Tommy Haynes. Jarrett Lipster just off up in the distance, about a second in front of Rominger. How about your pole sitter? We got to mention him. Darren Clement, your pole sitter, dropped out of the top 5 here on this last green flag pit cycle. And he has driven his way back to the front. And look, there's Todd Cray. He's just off in the distance. It's a 2.2 second advantage. And unfortunately for Clement, Cray's got the same amount of tires on the car as he does. Wonder who's utilizing and who's abusing the tires here. With under 10 laps to go, we'll have 9 when we cross the line, this time by jump around the track just a little bit, see if we can't see any more battles out there. There's Mike Rominger. He's been able to keep himself up in front of Tommy Haynes for the time being, trying to run down Jarrett Lipster. That's the 14 of Jason Stewart at the top of the speedway. Stewart with some trouble here tonight, trying to scratch and claw every bit of points that he can out for that Toyota 4X machine. Joshua Medlock brings the Viagra forward to pit road. This time around, this may be the final stop. It may be the end of the night for the 6. He was a little bit slow getting to pit road. We'll have to keep our eye on that pit box, and it looks like he is going to be there for quite an extended stay, already over 30 seconds in the pit box. So it looks like the night for Medlock may have just got worse with just 6 laps remaining. .5-second advantage at the front of the field for this man right here on screen in the Pets for Paradise Infinite Warrior Monster Energy 22. Todd Cray has, or looks to receive that high 5 laps to go from your flag stand. I'm telling you, he's going to pull even in the win column with this race win. He's going to put himself with 2 wins on the season. That's going to pull him even with Justin Gannon. That is going to do wonders for his championship run. Keep in mind, race fans, here in Swift Motorsports, it's not winning you're in. Just because you got a race win does not mean you are guaranteed a spot in the championship. And right now, if we were to call the championship right now to set the championship grid, Todd Cray would miss the cut. Todd Cray sitting outside of the top 10 in points coming into tonight's race. He's going to need this race win, and he's going to need some consistent finishes over the next 5 races before the chase starts to get himself into an opportunity to chase down another championship. 4 laps remaining. Looks like he's going to get the job done without very much of a fight here. There you can see him off in the distance making his way through turn number 4. There's the gap back to Darren Clement. Cray gonna cross the line with just 3 to go. Down in the corner of 1 and 2 goes Cray. There goes Darren Clement. Track clean and clear in front of your race leaders. Big gaps at the front. David Elliott and Mike Rominger gonna battle for 4th and 5th on the speedway. They'll head down the back stretch and into turn number 3. There goes your race leader. Once again, there's a look at what 2 and almost 3 seconds look like. Todd Cray not playing around. He's going to make his way off of turn number 4. And the boss man gonna display popsicle sticks here tonight from Michigan International Speedway. That's right, just 2 laps remaining. The fans filled the stands. Another sold-out night here for Swift Motorsports. Butt Kicker Silverback Tax Solution Xfinity Series right here from Michigan International Speedway. We do want to thank you all for tuning in not just tonight, but each and every night here to the Turn 3 Racing Network. Great racing action all week long, 7 days a week, and Todd Cray is going to see one of the best flags, white flag, final lap here tonight from Michigan International Speedway. Todd Cray with just 4 corners to capture his 2nd checkered flag on the season. Make that 2 corners here as he makes his way down the back stretch. Let's check in with the battle for 4th, 5th, and 6th on the track. Lipscher, he's got a company for 3rd place as well. Rominger, David Elliott, Tommy Haynes right there. There's the 42 of Elliott. He's going to look to the inside of one of the lap machines. Back to the front, though. Give this man credit where credit is due, of 4 spots, capturing the checkered flag here tonight. Todd Cray crosses the line as your race winner. What a run by Cray. Darren Clement, your pole sitter, going to finish in 2nd. And Jarrett Lipster able to keep the field at bay. He will round out your podium positions here tonight from Michigan International Speedway. What a run by that man right there. What a great recovery by this man right here. The gap was just too big to overcome, and there you can see the camaraderie amongst drivers. Darren Clement going up, showing his support for race winner Todd Cray, and Cray will bring the car to the front stretch, give the fans what they came to see, and that's a smoke show at the end of tonight's race, walking away with season victory number 2, the 22. Burns it down on the front stretch, and we're going to step away for a brief commercial break. Don't go anywhere, race fans. We'll be right back with all your post-race interviews right here from Michigan International Speedway.
We got big-time problems with that motor, buddy. Hey, just between you and me, the idea is to avoid the other cars. Congratulations! You just set the sport back 30 years with that move. That move will put you in the Hall of Shame. You keep doing stuff like that and we're going to lose our sponsor. Looks like that's it for us today. Now I know why you got canned by your old team. It's over. We can't fix that damage.
Looks like your car is toast. You'll need a tow back to pit lane. Press and hold your reset button and we'll come and get you.
And back trackside as the drivers have completed all 90 laps here tonight in race number 5 at Michigan International Speedway. What a night, what a race. Long green flag run to the checkered flag. And let's see if we can't now catch in a few words with some of the drivers that walked away in podium positions. Let's see if we can't catch up and have a few words with the driver inside of that Monster Energy 54 Supra. Jared, it's Dave. You got me?
Yes, I do, sir.
Well, man, you sounded a little down, but, man, you walked away with a podium finish. You got to be at least happy about that.
I'm stoked about it. I didn't think I had the type of car to work my way up there. I had probably 500 laps practiced on the track this week.
Ooh, that tire bill gonna be expensive.
Oh yeah, I wore a lot of tires. I cannot explain on. I've worked on getting the right steering ratio and getting the right line down.
Well, real quick, two caution flags right around when we were going to see some green flag pit stops earlier in the race. Did you think we were going to see that long green flag run all the way to the end?
Yeah, I completely. Yeah, I saw it.
All right, well, maybe I need to hit you up for some lottery numbers. No, I'm just kidding, my man. Heck of a job out there for you and your entire crew here tonight, able to walk away with a third position. I believe this is the first time visit for you in the post-race interview, so congratulations on that as well. Before we let you go, though, here tonight, Jarrett, would you like to give any shout-outs, thank yous, love yous, maybe thank anybody back home?
Yeah, I want to thank some sponsors. Silverback for Tax Solution for sponsoring the Xfinity Series. My brother, he actually kind of helped me out tonight. He told me what line to try to drive, and it worked longer in the run. Um, Everybody on the team, I gotta, I cannot explain on. I just had a great race. I saved my tires and just stayed behind everybody and watched them drive and wear their stuff out.
Absolutely great race for you and that entire team. So congratulations on the podium finish, and we'll see if you can't get a few more of these in before the end of the season. What do you say?
I'm going to work my butt off to try to get it. I got a couple last season in the Xfinity Series. I got a win in the Cup Series last season, so I'm gonna try to come home with a win at least this season.
All right. Well, we will see if we can't catch up with you once again a little bit later on throughout this year. Again, congratulations on the podium tonight.
Thank you.
All right, there you have it. That was the driver inside of the Monster Energy 54. Jarrett Lipster walks away with the third position here tonight, and that's going to move us right along to the driver that walked away with the pole position here tonight. 32 of Darren Clement going to walk away from the track in the second position. Darren, it's Dave. There you go.
Hey, Dave, what's going on? Huh?
I forgot
I
who
know
I
who it
was
is.
for a minute there, man. Sometimes it's lonely in the cave and you got to act like you're somebody else.
Hey, we're up here visiting you enough this season, so I know who I'm talking to every Wednesday.
Absolutely. It's been a great season for you and the 32 crew. As we said, walked away with the pole position here tonight. Did you foresee that long green flag run that we had at the end of tonight's race? And do you think if you had maybe 10 more laps, you might have been able to run down the race leader?
No, I wasn't running down my teammate. He was on the same strategy I was. We communicated a pit stop, so I just made a mistake on the first one, and pretty much that's where he walked away from me on it.
Well, sometimes the pit stops can be the difference, and it looks like that's what it was here tonight. But nonetheless, another great run by you and that entire K&N 32 crew. So again, Darren, congratulations on the second place finish here tonight. Before we let you go, you know the drill. The mic is yours.
Yeah, I definitely want to thank the wife for letting me do this on Wednesday nights and Thursday nights. Thank the boys over at Swift Motorsports up in the tower. You, Dave, the boys back at East Coast Motorsports. And of course, Justin Gann for not showing up tonight and giving me that points lead. Thank you, buddy. No. But all right, Dave, I'll see you next week, man.
Yeah, we'll see if we can't do it again after Richmond.
Yeah, actually, 2 weeks. We got next week off, so give us all a little break and everybody enjoy a turkey next week.
I think I might still be stuffed.
That's right.
All right, Darren, my man. Until we see you again, congratulations on the podium tonight, and you have yourself a safe and happy holiday.
You too, buddy.
All right, there you go. Your pole sitter, Darren Clement. Looks like he's going to take the points lead from Justin Gann after walking away with the pole position. Laps led in second place here tonight. Darren Clement will walk away from the track in second, and that's going to put us at The man of the moment, the man of the hour. Let's see if we can't catch up with my good buddy, your great friend. Let's see if we can't catch up with cousin Cray here. Todd, it's Dave. What you doing, bro?
Hey, Dave, celebrating, buddy, just celebrating.
I hear you. Well, during the broadcast, if you go back and watch, you usually do, but I'm going to go ahead and warn you. I kind of called you out here. It's been kind of a feast or famine season for you here. Either you're winning or you're in trouble. So, got to
We
be
were just
glad
talking
you
about
were
that.
winning. Got to be
Yeah, we were
glad,
just
huh?
talking about Bobby, and I'm holding true to that first year last because either put it all together or we're having bad night.
Well,
Just need to,
go ahead.
I just need to turn that around.
Oh, I don't want to tell you how to do your job, but yeah, you might want to put some more of these races
Eh.
together before we get to the championship rundown. But we talked to your teammate, and he said you just kind of got him on pit road. Did you foresee the long green flag run that we had there to the end of the race?
You just never know. Kind of, yeah. I was probably going to come in a lap earlier, but like you said, Darren, their EC mate, and my crew chief, he gave me the rundown on when he wanted me to pit, and that extra lap really helped. Didn't know if I can go that far, but he always talks me up, and that's what's cool about racing with Darren and ECM. Mates, he wants to win, I want to win, but at the end of the day, we talk strategy and work together. So he's leading the points. So over here, he's a good guy to listen to, and we got the speed. I just gotta not make mistakes. And like you said, he did slip up in the pits there a little bit. It would have been I think it would have been a really tight finish, but it only takes little mistakes, and that's what happened tonight. So, but again, we need these wins. We need coming up in the points and get some momentum going when it's time for the championship.
Well, you got some momentum on your side now, being the second driver to put a second win next to his name in the winners column this season. We're going to hope you can minimize those mistakes when we see us back on track once again after the short little holiday break. So, Todd, again, congratulations on breaking through and putting a complete race together here tonight from Michigan International Speedway. You know the drill, so we're just going to hand you the mic.
Same stuff, guys. Swift Motorsports, Silverback Tax Solutions for coming on board and letting us do what we do. Butt Kicker got one of those last year. Really cool item to hook your rig up to. Cousin Jess not out there tonight, I don't think. Get your power on, Jess. If you watch this tomorrow, but yeah, who else do we got? Pets in Paradise, Infinite Hero, Mr. Tech Hunter. Him on the chat here with a good win. Todd, throw a little bit out to him. Of course, as always, Turn 3 Racing Network, Silverback again, and we're going to come back and try to get some more wins.
All right, well, we'll be waiting here in the post-race interview booth, waiting for you to get the job done, and we'll see how soon you can get it done. Always a pleasure, my man, and again, congratulations on the second win.
Appreciate it. I'll see you guys in 2 weeks.
All right. Todd Cray going to come back to the track with a little bit of momentum after a short holiday break. Can Todd Cray continue that run, continue to put complete races together? He's going to need a handful of good finishes to secure a spot in that championship chase grid. Cray on the outside looking in, but seems to be turning things around here tonight from Michigan International Speedway. Todd Cray goes to victory lane. Man, what a night. What a race. Great crazy action up at the front of the field. Crazy action around that 10th position as well throughout the night. Long green flag run to end out the night here tonight from Michigan International Speedway in race number 5 for Swift Motorsports. Butt Kicker, Silverback Tax Solutions Xfinity Series. And it sounds like producers hitting those buttons in the background. You know those closing credit tunes and sounds. It's time to run down tonight's unofficial race results right here from Michigan International Speedway. Walking away with the second checkered flag of the season, Todd Cray parks it in victory lane. Pole sitter Darren Clement going to finish tonight in the second spot. The 54 Monster Energy Machine of Jarrett Lipstra rounds out your podium drivers. The 29 of Mike Rominger finishes in fourth. Fifth place to David Elliott. Tommy Haynes going to finish in sixth, and slotting home in the seventh position, the 99 of Rhett Tucker. Jim Ott going to walk away from the track tonight in the eighth position. Chad Osborne in ninth, and rounding out your top 10, the Texaco Havoline 56 of John Wimbish. The 10 of Gary May going to finish in 11th, 12th place tonight to Brandon Fries. Jeff Gluckner back in 13th. 14th tonight from Michigan will be Stephen Ayers Jr. and Austin Alberton back in 15th. Ron Shute going to finish tonight's race back in 16th. 17th belongs to Jason Stewart. The 89 of Chris Fail will finish in the 18th spot. 19th on the track tonight, Jason Ayerson. Gary Wells will round out your top 20. The 2 of Joe Torres going to walk away in 21st. Joshua Medlock had some trouble with the new tire model on the Xfinity car. The 6 machine will finish in 22nd. John Peel in the 7 machine, early trouble here tonight. He will finish last in the running order here tonight from Michigan International Speedway at the holiday break point, right at the halfway point on the season. Drivers going to begin to set their sights on making it into the championship when we head back to the track once again. Big shout out to Andy Starcher, Don Kidder just up the hall in the race control and admin boost. Big shout out to both of you gentlemen for all you do week in, week out here for Swift Motorsports. Butt Kicker Silverback Tax Solutions Xfinity Series. That's going to do it for your race results. We're going to wind up the cords and begin to turn out the lights, get set and ready to head off into the holiday season. But first, if you haven't already, join us in that quest to 3,000 subscribers. Drop these drivers that thumbs up, click subscribe, smash the bell over there on the right hand side, get notified anytime we go live here on the Turn 3 Racing Network, whether it's myself, Dave in the Cave, or anybody else back at the Turn 3 headquarters. We do appreciate each and every one of you, each and every time you stop by. So enjoy the holiday season. Stay safe, stay loved, my friends, and until next time, we'll meet you in Turn 3.